Sheru keeps possession really well and plays it down the line for Morrow. No one in the middle as it's played in. Lovett's trying to get there. Mateos clears only as far as Will Johnson. Rifle past the post. What a chance in stoppage time. It fell nicely for Johnson.
Substitute Will Johnson coming that close to finding a match winner, almost reminiscent of the goal he scored in Vancouver to win the Canadian Championships. This one tonight at BMO Field ends in a scoreless draw. Gareth Wheeler, Terry Dunfield with you. The good news, Toronto FC back on top of the Eastern Conference on 49 points. We'll get to the Tossa & Ricketts sending off in the 70th minute in a moment, Terry. But your overall thoughts on TFC's performance tonight?
I thought they started the half really well. They were positive. Their passing was slick. I thought the balance in midfield was right. They were moving Orlando all over the pitch. The front two, Altidore and Ricketts, they were linking well. They were playing that well. They actually caused Jason Christ to change his shape, bring another holding midfielder on, Higuita, and it almost stifled the game a little bit. And then TFC were quite clever. They started to use their fullbacks well, and especially Morrow down the left-hand side was dangerous in the second half.
The goal just didn't come. More good news for Toronto FC, though. Another strong defensive performance. This team on the year, Terry, have only conceded 33 goals. That's their 10th clean sheet of the season. And at home here at BMO Field, they've only given up 13 goals in 15 games played.
Yeah, I thought in the last two games against the Red Bulls and the Union, sorry to be negative, we're a little bit too open. But today they went back to basics offensively. They worked hard for one another. Defensively, they were on their front foot. They were proactive rather than being reactive. They caused a lot of turnovers, especially in the first half, in good areas, which led to sustained attacks, and it was wave after wave because of good defending. Also, to single him out, I thought Nicky Hegland was brilliant tonight.
Agreed. An attack-minded Orlando City team. They really didn't generate any chances of substance, so full credit to the back line and the defensive shape overall. Here is Drew Moore, his thoughts on the performance.
We demand more from ourselves, from our teammates. It's never a bad thing to not lose, but some games you have to win, and I think if we win just one of these last three, then we're in a little better mood and a little better position. But it's a quick week, it's a short turnaround, and tomorrow morning we'll wake up and look forward to the DC game on Saturday.
It looked as though a goal was in it for Toronto FC. That all changed though in the 70th minute. The second cautionable offense for Tossa & Ricketts. The referee Alan Kelly deemed it a dangerous play as Tossa & Ricketts tried the over-the-head kick. How did you see it play out, Terry?
It's a tough one, and I've still seen 3 or 4 different angles now, and it's a little bit inconclusive whether he just catches him on the chin, but I think he almost embellishes a little bit, and he makes the referee's decision for him. To be fair, Tossa & Ricketts, he's going for the ball. There's no intent there, and it's a harsh one, and unfortunately that momentum that the team was building was killed a little bit.
Jose, more like oh no, because he didn't touch him at all, and I completely understand why the team would have gripes about it.
To send someone off, you've got to be 100%.
You could have blown the whistle, called a foul, and left it at that. Instead, he sent off the player. Here's what Greg Vanny had to say about the sending off.
I haven't asked and I haven't seen it. However, I understand how the rules work, that if he didn't actually make contact and the player grabbed his head, then I think it works out that player will be suspended the next game as well. I think something like that works out, or they will overturn it, something.
Wednesday night was the first start for Armando Cooper in a Toronto FC uniform. Your thoughts on his play?
I thought he looked good in possession. He's so comfortable on the ball. He's got that little shimmy to get past the player. The only thing I'd like to see him is get the ball closer to goal, where he's a little bit more dangerous, more of a goal threat. But he can definitely be happy with that performance. 3
more games to go for Toronto FC. A point up on the 2 New York teams. 4 points back of FC Dallas in the race for the Supporters' Shield. That pursuit continues Saturday night, 7:30, as Toronto FC welcomes DC United to BMO Field.